All right, guys. Now we are dealing with inequalities. Quickly, let me just quickly tell you something here. A very key point. The inequality sign only changes when you divide by a negative. That is, if negative 3x is less than 8, now we divide by negative, x becomes greater. Do you see? My inequality sign has changed. All right? And your minus is for the whole number. Please take note of that. We only change the inequality sign when we divide by a negative. If I had this 3x less than 8, if I'm dividing by a positive, it doesn't matter, it just remains the same. Please check again. 3x minus 4 greater than 9 or 8, for example. What do? I'm going to move the 4 over, but my sign is not changing. Please take note. My sign will not change. All right? And lastly, please keep your x on the left. Keep your variable for now. Since we're trying to still get into understanding this, keep your variable on the left, please, as much as possible. All right, solve here. X plus 5. Let's do this on a different, on a new page. So here I simply just wrote a few things on inequalities. Now we can do this together. So x plus 5 over 2. Guys, how do you get rid of the denominator? Multiply across by the LCD. Multiply across. All right? And just to show you, do you remember we did that earlier on, right? Multiply everything. Do you see that goes? So what are you left with? X plus 5 is greater than negative 4. Okay? X plus 5 is greater than negative 4. What do we then do? We move that 5 over. We never want to write an equal sign. Greater than negative 4 and negative 5. X is greater than negative 9. We have solved for x. Now, if x is a real number, represent the solution on a number line. We did number line. That was where we started with. All right, remember, early in the year. I'm looking at negative 9. X is greater to the right. So that's going to be my negative 9. But it is greater than, and it's a real number. It's not shaded, and it must all be above the line going to the right. And we are done. That's it. Lerato, was this the one you were saying was difficult? So I don't know if it makes sense to us here. Yeah, we haven't done inequalities together. All right. But I'm sure you've done it at school. But the number line, we did that when we started in the year. Understanding real numbers. If you go back to the website, understanding real numbers. If it's a real number, it is going to go above the line. Okay? And it's not shaded. If my answer was x, if my answer was like this, x greater than or equal to negative 9, then I would have to shade. And because it's a real number again, it goes above. So I have -9, but this time around, it will be shaded. So the inequality will tell you what you're looking for is to the right. But are you okay with what I just explained now? Are you okay now, Lerato? Are you fine? Are you fine? So whenever it's a real number, all right, arrow is above the line. Whenever it's a real number, arrow is above the line. If it is shaded, shaded dot means also equal to. Shaded dot means it's also equal. Okay, please talk to me. I didn't see any response so far. Probably I missed it while writing. Relatively, your hand is up. Are you trying to ask, or you are giving me a thumbs up that you're okay? I don't know which one you're talking about. Relatively, your hand is up. Please let me know. Okay, you would let me know because your hand is still up. Probably you are typing. Does this line go under if it's no? Okay. It doesn't go under if it is not a real number. If it is integers, okay, what you could have is you could have integers. Then you are going to have, for example, if I have let me draw. So if I want it to be integers, so if the examiner says x is greater than -9, but x is an element of integers, so I'm going to have -9, -8, -7, okay? So x is greater, which means I didn't put equal to there, so -9 is not part of it. It starts from -8, -7. And then it continues until infinity. What we then do is you put a line up there, you see from -7, and then you move that way. But check, you have notified the examiner that you are dealing with -8, you're dealing with -7. So we then can see, oh, -6, up to whatever number that is there. Okay? That is how that works. All right, I think we still have more. Let's check other ones. Check this one. So for x, ooh, beautiful. Can we expand first? 3 into bracket 2 minus 3x greater than or equal to 15. We expand. What is 3 times 2? 6 minus 9x. Aha. We move the 6 first. -9x. It's a positive 6. It becomes a -6. -9x. What is 15 minus 6? That will give us +9. But we are going to divide by a negative. What happens? Your inequality sign changes. 9 over negative 9. Do you see that? And your answer, x is less than or equal to negative 1. Represent your answer on a number line. All right, it simply means all real numbers, okay? Once it's not specified, it is all real numbers. So we're looking at negative 1. It's not equal to, so it's not shaded. And our arrow is going to the left. Oh, so you just do the same. And we're done. Real numbers. Don't forget. Real numbers. I hope we're good. Let me know. Okay. Sir, is the direction of the arrow determined by the... Yes. Great. I saw your thumbs up there. Linda, the direction of the arrow will of the inequality. That's the whole idea. All right? So check this. You can't see. Check this. All the numbers that are on this. That's why we want your variable to be on the left. Okay? If you keep your variable on the left, life becomes easy. X talks about numbers that are, oh, this one is shaded. Guys, it is shaded. Equal to. So it must be shaded. Shaded because it is equal to. Because it is equal to negative 1. So your inequality sign saying let your arrow be facing the left. And because there's an equal sign there, we shade it. You okay now, Linda? Great, great stuff. Great, great stuff. Well done, guys. Oh, let's say this. Following inequality is given. All right? 3 into bracket. Just solve it as you would do if it was an equal sign. Okay, let's do this together. Expand the bracket first. All right? 3x plus 7. I'll tell you what to do. Let's move it sequentially. Move, okay, if you move the x over and take the 2 and take the 7, you want to bring all your x's to the left. It's a positive there, it becomes a negative. I hope that makes sense. All right? 1 still remains there. Now, the 7 from the left-hand side will go and meet the 1, which it now becomes a negative 7. I hope it makes sense. This is 21. 3x plus 21, all right, less than x plus 2, x over 2 plus 1. Take all your x's to one side. Okay, so it is plus x over, make sure you keep them to the left. It's a lot simpler that way. When we get advanced and well-rooted, we can put it on the right. But for now, let's put it on the left until we fully understand what it means. So, I moved my x over 2 to the left. It became negative. I moved, not the 7, plus 21 to the right to give me negative 21. Please get rid of the denominator as a fraction. I see that the only denominator I have here is 2. Okay? Multiply all terms by the LCD. All of them. So let me show you. 3x multiplied by 2. If you understand it, you don't have to always show this step. But for now, just to show you. Oh, by the way, what is 1 minus 21? Negative what? 20. But I have to multiply by 2 as well. Okay? Multiply everything. So your aim is to get rid of that. What is 3x to 6x minus x less than negative 40. What is 6x minus x? That is 5x less than negative. Divide both sides by 5. My inequality sign will not change because we are dividing by a positive. Remember, it only changes when you divide by a negative. X is less than negative 8. Number line. I need a negative 8. My inequality is facing the left. It's real numbers. It goes up. It's not equal to, it's not shaded. And I do that. And we are done. Did it make sense now? I haven't done 3 examples. Did it make a lot of sense? So learn also quickly how to get rid of the denominator. Very key. Let's learn how to get rid of the denominator. Everybody good? Oh, great from Loretta there. Sweet. Linda, you're now okay with it. Beautiful. Well done, guys. Now it's making more sense as we practice. This is a lot of questions. Another inequality. Oh, this one now is a double one. I love this. I love this. Where did I get these beautiful questions from? They're just beautiful. All right. Negative 11 less than or equal to 3m minus 8. Check what I'm going to do, my dear learners. I want to get rid of this negative 8 first. Okay? So, what I'm going to do, remember we're moving it over. I am going to move it over both onto the left and onto the right. So the negative 8, you've got to distribute it over. Move it over both to the left and to the right. So what would I have? Negative 11 plus 8. All right. My inequality sign remains. The 8 is now gone. 4 plus what? 8. Please keep that process together or learn that process. The negative 8 goes both to the left and to the right because there are 2 equations here that we're dealing with at the same time. Now, negative 11 plus 8 would give us 8 minus 11 would give us negative 3 less than or equal to 3m less than, and what is 4 plus 8? 12. Now, what do we do? Divide across. Remember, we only want m. Divide across by 3. Negative 3 divided by negative 3, negative 1 less than m less than 4. Beautiful. I'm going to do a few things here. If I were to represent this in a number line, what would it be? Negative, smaller number always on the left, bigger number on the right. Check this. My answers are bounded. See, it's not forever this time around. It's between negative 1 and 4. But the negative 1 is equal to, so I'm going to shade it. The 4 is not equal to, I won't shade it. There's no need for an arrow now because it is bounded. Please talk to me. I don't know if it makes sense. They didn't ask for this, but I needed to just explain this. Linda, you now got it. Lovely. Lerato, you got it. Beautiful. So it's bounded between negative 1 and 4. Remember, smaller number on the left, smaller number on the left, and the bigger number on the right. Shaded because it is equal. This one not because it's not equal. All right, let's answer the question. Write down the number of integers that satisfy this inequality. How many integers, let's see, are between there? How many integers? Oh, negative 1 is now negative 1 is included because it's equal. 0 is there, 1 is there, 2 is there, and 3. There is no 4 because it says m is less than 4, not less than and equal to. It just says less than. Write down the number of integers that satisfy. These are the integers. So write down the number. There are 5 integers. It says write down the number. It didn't say write down the integers. Let's get maths. Write down the number of integers, which means we are counting. I just listed for us to be able to see. So there are 5 integers. We good? There are 5 integers there. Let me know if everything is okay with you. Sweet. I got all thumbs up. Now we're solving simultaneously. Now when it says simultaneously, it means x and y have the same value. Okay? X and y have values that satisfy the 2 equations. Look, my dear learners, I want you to learn how to have an eagle eye. There are two equations here. There is no rule that says you must solve x before y. No. Find what is simple for you. If I check this equation, I want to run away from fractions for now. I'm going to start from equation 2 because it's not going to give me fractions. Do you see y has no number in front of it? Start from equation number 2. What's my equation number 2? 3x equals to 2. I am looking for y. So what I would want to do is I would move this there and move this here, because I want to get y, change of subject formula. So it's a negative on the right. Let's bring it to the left. It becomes a positive. My 2 is still there, all right? But I'm taking the 3x over, so it becomes negative 3x. Check. I now have what my y is in a simplified form. Equation number 3. I'm going to use substitution. It's easier here. So I've gotten my y. Now, I am going to sub y into equation number 1. Remember, I started from 2. I cannot go back there. I've got to go to the other one. So anywhere I see y, I will write what my y is. So 3x plus 2. What is my y? 2 minus 3x. Ah, sweet. So we expand. Now we have a linear equation. Plus 4 minus 6x equals to 13. All right, 3x minus 6x equals to 13. When my 4 moves over, it becomes that, right? So what do you have? Negative 3x. What is 13 minus 4? That will give us 9. We divide by negative 3. All right, 9 over negative 3. What is our x? Sweet, I have my x. Now let's go find our y. Equation 3. It's easier there. Y is equal to 2 minus 3x. So y is 2. 3x means 3 times x. What's my x? Negative 3. Y equals to 2 plus 9. Negative times negative. Alright, and y equals to 11. Done. Simultaneous equation. 4 marks in the bag. 4 marks in the bag. So solve for x and then you solve for y. Is this good? Is this good? Great. My thumbs ups are coming in. Awesome. Great. Thank you all. So solve for x. Please, you are not mandated to solve from equation 1. Look for what will be simple for you. Oh, look at this one. Solve simultaneous. They said it's simultaneous. But there's only one equation here. How do we solve this? Oops. Okay, let's see. I see a sign change. Because I could factorize, but this is x minus 3 and 3. Let's do a sign change, my dear learners. And let's see where to lead us. I'm going to introduce y here. Lovely. This becomes x minus 3. Okay. So, what's common? X minus 3 seems to be common. Okay. And x minus y. I'm left with that. 2 brackets equal to 0 means either x minus 3 equals to 0 or x minus y is equal to 0. Alright, let's solve from here. X equals to 3. Oh, we're done. And then here, we move y. Oh, x equals to y. But what is my x? My x is 3, right? And if x equals to y, it also means y is 3. Please talk to me here. Very beautiful question. Solving simultaneously, but this time around, they gave us just one question, one equation to deal with. This was quite nice, eh? Quite lovely for grade 10. So I told you earlier on that sign change, it will always appear everywhere. It will always appear everywhere. Okay, let's look at the next one. Again, simultaneous here. All right, I'm sure you now know what to do with the simultaneous. All right, let's look at this one. Let's call this equation 1 and this equation 2. It's easier for me to solve from equation 2 again, because y has no coefficient. So I'm just going to make my life easier. I don't want to prove that I'm a genius. Bring that 1 there, put that there. Y equals to 3 minus 2x. All right. Remember, I started from equation number 2. I cannot go back there. I've got to go to the other equation, which is equation number 1. So 5x plus 4, which is my y? Let me write that out first. All right, what is my y though? 3 minus 2x equals to 21. We're now solving easily. We multiply that. 4 times 3 would give us 12, minus 4 times 2, 8x. Okay, so 5x minus 8x is 21 minus 12. Remember, please don't forget your signs. Very key. 5x minus 3x would give us negative 3x. And this would give us what? 9. Divide both sides by negative 3. Our x is negative 3. Sweet. But I know my y. My y is 3 minus 2x. So 3 minus 2 into bracket negative 3. What do we have? 3 negative times negative positive. 3 times 2 would give us what? 6. And y is equal to 9. And you can again test your equation. All right. Anyway, you can put x and y back there. It will definitely be correct. Okay. Sweet, everybody. I hope we're good. Start from what works for you easy. All right. We have some. Let's see what we have left. Okay. Let's see. Okay, not much. Not much. All right, let's see this. Word problems. Here you've got to read and you've got to create an equation out of it. During a fundraising event, only 10, 20, and 50 rands. No, please don't rush it when it comes to words. Read it to a point of understanding. Only 10, 20, 50 notes were collected. In the final count, there were twice as many 20 notes that were 50 notes. Let's pause there. There were twice, which is 2 times, as many 20 notes as there were 50 notes. Okay? Let's quickly find out. All right? And 15 more 10 notes than so everything was referring to the 50 notes. Let's do this. Let our 50 rand notes, because all the 2 are centered, let our 50 rand notes be x. Okay. Now let's go deal with the 20 rand. How many 20 rands? Then we deal with the 10 rands. We got to create an equation. If the number of 50 rand notes is x. All right, there were twice as many 20 rand notes as there were 50. It means that the 20 rand notes were twice more than the 50. That's what it means. There were twice as 20 rand notes. That means if I had 5 50 rands, twice means I have 10 20 rands. But now I am saying that the number of 50 rand notes is x. And there were twice as more for 20. So 20 rand note would be twice more than the 50, 2x. Check the next statement. 15 more 10 notes than 50 notes. 15 more 10 notes. So it means the 10 rand notes were 15 more. So it's going to be x plus 15. I hope that makes sense. let the 50 rand. Why am I saying let 50? It's easier for me because everything is centered around the 50. Why do I say centered around the 50? The comparison was done with the 50 notes. All right? Comparison was done with the 50 note here. Comparison was also done, so it's easier to walk around the 50. There were twice as many 20s as there were 50s, which means 20s was 2 times the number of 50s, and 15 more 10 rand notes than 50. So if the 50 is X, the 10 rand is 15 more. All right. If 10,150 was collected in total, okay, so the total amount of money here is 10,150. Now, let's see something here quickly. If my 50 rand note is X amount, guys, if I have 150 rand note, then it's 50. If I have 250 rand notes, then it gives me 100 because it's 50 times 2. So I have X. Oh, it's going to be 50X. For 20 rand, okay, so this is 50. It's going to be 20 times 2X, which is equal to 40X. Lovely. For this one, it is 10 rand multiplied by the quantity, okay, which is 10X plus 150. Now the total. So total we add 50X plus 40X plus 10X, because this is the amount. Why are we adding? Because we're given the total amount. 50 plus 40, 90 plus 10 will give us 100. Equals to, can I move the 150 over to subtract? Lovely. 100X, therefore, if you subtract, you're going to have that. 10,000. So what is X therefore? 10,000 divided by 100. X is 100. Oh. So let 50 rand note be X. Oh, it means there were what? 50 rand notes, there were just 10 of them. How many 20 rand notes? It's twice more. It's 2X. So it is 20. What about 10 rand note? It is 15 more. It's X plus 15 and my X is 10. That gives me 25. Let's confirm if our answer is correct. So here you've got to create it in terms of a variable. If there are 50 10 rand notes, it means that's 500. Plus, there are 20 rand notes, that's 400. I hope that makes sense with you. And there are 25 10 rand, which is 25 times 10, 250. What did I do? Oh, no, it's 100, sorry. X is 100, this is 100. Okay, makes sense. Calculator again. X is 100. So, 5,000 plus 40. Because there are 200 of 20, so it's 40. And 4,000. And there's 2,500. I should be getting 10,000. Am I making a mistake? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. This is 500. 500. 500. Yeah, I added another 0. 100 50s. No, it's 5,000. Did we do anything wrong? Let's check again quickly. 100. So, yep. 500. Okay, let's do this. So there are 50, 100 plus 20, 200. Let's just confirm. I always like to confirm. Probably there's a mistake somewhere that we did. 11,005. Let's see. Is there a mistake somewhere? Let's just quickly check again. Did we make a mistake somewhere? 10,000. We're supposed to get 10,150. All right, 50x. 20 times 2x, 40. 10x plus 150, that's fine. All right, so 50x plus 40, 90 plus 10 will give us 100x. 10,150 minus 150 would give us 10,000. and x is 100. So there are 100 50s. 200 because it's twice more of 20s. And there are 15 more notes. All right. 50. Oh, here I see the mistake. I didn't change this one. Yeah, that's the mistake. Remember, my x is 100. 100 plus 15 would give us 115. 115 of that. Yes, that was where the error is. So 50 times 100, because there are 100 of that, plus 20 times there's 200 of that, plus 10 rand, but there are 115 of that. 10,150. All right, so I just like to always confirm answers to make sure that, you see, there was just a slight mistake. We're all human, and we could make such. But I hope it makes sense. Talk to me. Is the word problem okay? So please read carefully. Don't rush. Read first. Check. Read again, because you've got to create an equation from the whole thing. Can I please get responses from you? Lovely. Beautiful. Let's try the next one. Mary gave 1/3 of her money to Nazim and 1/5 of her money to Elwetu. Let's see. Okay, let's try to interpret that. Mary gave 1/3 of her money to Nazim. Okay, so Nazim, let's just say N to save time. Nazim has 1/3. Oh, let Mary's money be X. Let's do that. Let Mary's money, because that's the money we are dividing, be X. So Nazim has what? 1/3, 1/3 of Mary's money. Okay? And 1/5 to Elwetu. All right? 1/5 of Mary's money. Elwetu received 28 rand less than Nazim. I think that's where we need to interpret. Elwetu received 28 rand less than Nazim. It means that Nazim has more than Elwetu. Wait, let's put that in an equation. Nazim, all right, plus, okay, Nazim has more. Nazim has 28 rand more than, I hope that makes sense. Elwetu received 28 rand less, which means Nazim's money is more. Now, how do we then change this into, because the question says how much does Mary have originally? How much does Mary have originally? So what do we do here? We need to create an equation. Okay? Mary gave 1/3 of her money to Nazim, remember, 1/3. 1/5 to Elwetu, 1/5. But now, Elwetu's money is 28 rand less of Nazim. What would you do there? How would you interpret that? Elwetu's money is 28 rand less. So, Elwetu is 28 rand less of Nazim. All right? Minus 28 equals to Nazim, because it's less 28. I hope that makes sense. What is Elwetu's money? 1/5x minus 28. What is Nazim? I hope that makes sense. Elwetu is less 28 than Nazim. Okay. Now let's do basic algebra. Let's bring all our x's to one side. What are we going to get? 1/5x minus 1/3x. See, I'm taking my x to that side, and I'm bringing my 28 here. Lovely. Okay. What is your 1/5 minus 1/3? If you do your maths. Or you can multiply everything, but wait, I think we are making, I'm seeing we're going to get probably a negative here. Whose money is more? Eluetu received 28 less than Nazim. Let's check something there quickly. That statement is very important. That statement is very, very important. All right. Eluetu received less than Nazim. It means that somebody has more while the other person has less. Okay. So let's interpret, because I see we might be getting a negative somewhere there, and that cannot happen. Let's go back. Mary gave 1/3 of her money to Nazim. Okay, Nazim is 1/3, and that is 1/5. Eluetu received 28 less than Nazim. 28 less than Nazim, which means Nazim's money is more. 28 rand more. Yeah, this should be correct. Probably there's a problem. Nazim has 28 rand more than Eluetu. Oh, it's fine. Nazim has 28 rand more than Eluetu. So that means for me to get to Nazim's money, I must add 28 rand to Eluetu. That's a plus. Yes. All right, let's read again. Eluetu received 28 rand less than Nazim, which means for Eluetu to be equal to Nazim, I must add 28. I put a minus instead of a plus. Sweet. Okay, so if I move the 28 over, I hope that makes sense. Eluetu received 28 rand less. So if I want Eluetu to be equal to Nazim, I must just add 28 rand to Eluetu. Or you could say Eluetu is Nazim minus 28. All right, less than Nazim by 28 rand. Very important statement. You've got to learn to interpret that. Okay. Now, your fractions, 1/5 minus 1/3. You can use your calculator here, but if you don't want to use your calculator, you can also walk around by multiplying everything by 15, or find the LCD here. LCD here is 15. Okay? And then you multiply. Remember, we said you can multiply by your LCD. 1/15 times 15 will be 1/3. Okay, but I don't like that. Let me show you something else quickly when it comes to fractions. Quickly, my dear learners, let me show you something that could help you. I call it D. It's diagonal, denominator. Learn this quickly, it will save you. So you multiply across. What is 1 times 3? 3. It's a minus there. 1 times 5. 5. You see, diagonal. What's my denominator? 5 times 3, 15. So you have -2 over what? 15. We're done. -2 over 15. X equals to negative what? 28. What do? We divide both sides by -2. Okay? That is simple to do that way if I write that. All right, I know you are going to use a calculator. Negative times negative is positive, but I don't want to use a calculator. We need to learn these things. This becomes 15 over 2. We reciprocate it, remember, from grade 8. All right, 2 go there, 1, 2 goes in here, 14. Now we are going to multiply 15 by 14. And you should learn how to walk around mathematics. All right, so 10 times 15 is 150, and then 4 times 15 is 60. That will give me 210. Right. You use a calculator, it's fine. As we go on, I'm going to teach you how to do all of these maths. So the most important thing was that statement there, and I hope we get it. All right, Eluetu received 28 rand less than, which means Eluetu's money is smaller. So if you subtract 28 rand from Nazim, you would get to Eluetu's money. So we create an equation and then we solve. Are we okay, everybody? Did that make sense? That almost threw us off. That's what word problems will do. Did that make sense? Did that make sense? Quickly? Great. So you've got to read carefully, guys. It's all in the letters. All right. We're doing our last 4 questions or so. Solve for x without the exponent. Now we're dealing with exponents. Please do not divide. All right? I'm going to bring that over and say equals to 0. Now what's common? X is common. I have x minus 9, x squared minus 9. Oh, beautiful. Difference of 2 squares. Do you remember? That's what we started today's class with. It means that all of this bracket, one of them must be equal to 0. So it is either x equals to 0 or x minus 3 equals to 0 or x plus 3 equals to 0. So x equals to 0 or x equals to 3 or x equals to negative 3. Please, when solving for x, do not divide by x. Please, very, very important. We factorize. Very key. We do not divide, we factorize. Take note of that important and golden statement. When solving for x, do not divide. If you divide, let me show you what will happen if you divide. X cubed equals to 9x. If you divide by x, check what's going to happen. This will take out that and leave me with 2. I'm going to get x squared equals to 9. Alright? I'll teach you the square root later. X will be, you're only going to get plus or minus 9. You'll be getting, I'll teach you how to deal with square root later. X plus or minus 3. Do you see here? You have 2 answers. But a person who did not divide will be getting 3 beautiful answers. Here, there's a mark for saying that. There's a mark for factorizing. There's a mark for each of them. A learner who does this would only be getting 2 marks out of 5. So please do not divide when you're solving for x. Okay, let's finish up. Remember, you can watch this again. All right, now this set is just exponents. How do you get rid of exponents, my beautiful learners? I'm going to do the same thing throughout here. 3x to the power what? 3 over 4. Divide by 3 first. All right. X 3 over 4, 81 over 3. So x3, this is 27. Now, write it as a prime factor, please. Every time we're working with exponent, we write as prime factors. Now, how do I get rid of that exponent there? Please take note of this. I am going to multiply by its reciprocal. X3 over 4. I would then say times 4 over 3. You flip it over. But whatever I do on the left, I must also do on the right. All right, this whole thing would give me 1 there, so it's x. 3 divided by 3 there. I don't want to cancel so that you're able to see. 3 to the power of 4. And what would that give you? You can use your calculator. X is 81. And we can prove it. Let's prove it quickly. Please, to get rid of the exponent, 3 to the 3x, sorry. We said x is 81, right? 81 to the power of 3 over 4. To get rid of the exponent, you see it's 81. Please, you multiply by the reciprocal. And whatever you do on the left, you also do on the right. I hope this makes sense. Let's look at this one. Beautiful question here. 5 to the power x. 1 over. If you use your shift fact, which you must know, 5 to the power 3. Okay. Let's make it of the same base. It's a denominator and it's positive at the denominator. When it goes up, it's going to be a negative exponent. So please note that. Oh, if the bases are the same, what do? We equate the exponents. Also, we are done. X equals to -3. You can test it again. What is 5 to the power of -3? 1/125. Number 3. Oh, similar. 2 to the power x over 3. Watch this. 1 over. Start by changing 128. Everybody give me the factors of 128. 128 equals to shift fact. Give me an answer. Everybody. Just to check with you again. 2 to the power 7. Sweet. Thank you very much, Lerato. Now, if it's a positive at the denominator, it must go up and become what? A negative. X over 3. 2 to the power. Same statement. If the bases are the same, we can equate the exponent. So x over 3 equals to -7. What do? You can cross multiply, right? That is 7/1. Cross multiply. X times 1, x. 3 times -7, -21. You can always confirm. I hope my maths is making sense to you as we prepare to just round up the session. What is my x? -21, right? -21 over 3. 1/128. Okay? Please understand the difference between this. Let me just quickly explain something here. All right? Here, x is the base. Do you notice here in this particular one? X is the base. So get rid of the exponent. X is the base. Get rid of the exponent by using reciprocal exponent. I hope it makes sense. X is the base. But in the other two, X is the exponent. Get equal bases on both sides. Get equal bases on both sides. Then equate your exponent. I hope that makes sense, everybody. Then equate your. So know what to do when x is the base and know what to do when x is your exponent. We've got the last one to do. Let's see what to do here. Do you see x is an exponent? So I need to get the base to be equal. All right? 1 to the power 1/2 can be written as 2 to the power -1. And 32 can be written as 2 to the power 5. Now, if I multiply that, 2 to the power -3x minus 1, do you see my bases are now the same? Equate the exponent. We solve. Move the 1 over. Becomes what? A 6. We divide by -3. X becomes 6 divided by -3, which is -2. Done. Guys, I hope it was worth your while and you had good understanding of what's going on. Please talk to me quickly. You would have access to this. I'll send you a link where you can, because we're not going to post on the website immediately, but I'm going to do something where you can quickly access this and watch again. Please talk to moi. Are we okay? Did it help? Quickly, just Give me a or a statement. Great, Lerato. It helped. You understood now. Lovely. All right, then, everybody. Have a lovely evening and catch you soon again. We'll meet during the week to look at more concept. Thank you, Linda. It helped. Awesome. I'm glad. All right. Goodbye, everybody. This was our consolidation activity, and I'm glad that we were able to put everything together for term 1. All right. See you. Signing out. Have a lovely day. Bye.